Hello, this is Eric with Oregon Choice Group, standing out in front of 12742 Jessie Ave, Oregon City 97045. The home is approximately 2,400 square feet, 4 beds, 2.5 baths on a roughly 4,800 square foot lot. 2016 build. So a couple things, just on the front here, plenty of street parking, very wide, newer development. You know, they have great street widths, which is awesome. What's also nice here is that there's little to no fire lanes, so you can park out front of the house, which is commonly removed by fire lanes. So kind of a normal street in that sense. Looking at the exterior here, kind of a mix of a couple different types of roofing. So there's hip roofs. So this is a hip roof here where it's kind of like a pyramid, gable end. And then there's a valley here. There's a valley there, and then a valley on this side. But a pretty standard looking architectural comp roof. Now the exterior is a mix of fiber cement and cultured stone, and it appears that there's some wood trim. However, the trimmer on the windows appears to probably be fiber cement, but we can take a look at it. Driveway is pretty deep. I could have parked a little closer and not been in the sidewalk, but if you have a truck, you might feel a little like you're sticking out into the sidewalk a little bit, but it's not terrible. So, excuse me, I'm wrong here. So this is wood, and then this is fiber cement, and then the cultured stone. Now in the Pacific Northwest, anywhere with rain, these are kind of your problem areas here, where you have wood pressed up against more wood, and what happens here is water gets caught down in here, and will cause what's underneath here to rot. It doesn't look like it's in bad shape as long as you keep it caulked and you don't have areas of pooling where there's like a little pool there. So this would be an area that you would want to work on in the near future. But for the most part, everything is capped in metal. You can see the metal there. There's what looks like a dryer vent or something there, all capped in metal. It seems to be a fairly well done exterior. The windows are all protected by the overhang, so it's a very smart design. One thing that I thought was a very nice touch is that you have all these levels of the gable end trim. So in theory, the steps will break the water surface tension that will allow it to just drip, protecting the material behind it. But that's, I know a little bit, but not, a lot, So, very nice looking exterior, a lot of contours, and I think it's a fairly tasteful design. 2016 is going to have a very modern foundation. So stepping up the front here, this is about 4 feet, maybe 5 feet. So about 5-foot patio. Plenty of room, tons of, it feels very well done, roomy. The front has this little waterfall feature, but a lot of unique plants. Some of them are in pots, so I assume some of them are going to go away. Screen door. One small step into the living area. Okay, so I'm gonna pause this and kick my shoes off really quick. Okay, now stepping into the house, I get a candle kind of a smell. They have cats, so I'm assuming there's a little bit of that masking cat smell, I assume. Now, the flooring in here is a Pergo, kind of a faux floor. It's made to look like, little one there, like wood, but it's a laminate, looks like a vinyl or some kind of it's just a faux floor. And then it transitions into another kind of a smoother, where this has ridges and edges on each piece. This is kind of a more consistently smooth material. A little bit of inconsistency in the painting. You can see there's a sheen here, and then there's kind of dulls there. Would probably look at doing a TSP or something and dulling it all out and doing more of like a satin, because some of this is like high gloss. You can see a lot of gloss there. There also appears to have been water damage all along this edge, all the way around here. So I'm wondering what this whole thing is about. And then these floors were just caulked into the trim, which is really, I would pull the floors, pull the trim, and redo the trim when wood or something a little bit nicer. And I'm wondering, because there's no water over here, what would have enabled this to leak if it was exterior or something. But anyway, closet, big closet, wraps under the stairs. I get a little moisture smell in here, so I'm wondering if something happened upstairs, potentially. But so this is the den, and I'm wondering if this is probably one of the bedrooms. Wainscoting, hall closet. This also is a 9-foot ceiling, so tall ceilings, which is awesome. Crown molding, kind of a craftsman style, which I think is really tasteful. Nest, thermostat, and then into the living room and kitchen. Pantry, patio. Now, this will be the garage and half bath. So the wainscoting looks really nice. This is something I really like to see too, the Wurzbow plumbing. So great plumbing material. Some nicer, really nice looking finishes. The flooring I would change, but if you like the area and the neighborhood and happy with the house, then the flooring is not as big of a deal. Garage doesn't feel as big as it probably could. Let me see if I can get extra lighting in here. A lot of cat smell in here. Oof, really strong cat smell. So, wow, okay. Big, heavy cat smell in here. Looks like a 90% gas furnace with AC, and it's plumbed. It looks like it's a gravity fed. It should be gravity. So I'm not seeing a pump though, so if this is all gravity, that's great. Kind of removes an extra level of complication that's not necessary. Hot water heaters, this is all 2016, so not terribly old. 8 years, I think is the right math. Wall-mounted vacuum. It's not central vac. It doesn't look like it. Just a wall-mounted vacuum, and I don't know if they intend on keeping that stuff, but some storage built in. So, but not a very deep garage. I should have brought my laser. It doesn't feel very deep. You could definitely park a truck in here, but it's, with all these things here, and I would argue that if you had a truck and an SUV, you're not parking both in here. It'd be like a car and a truck or a car and an SUV. But that might just be my eyes tricking me a little bit. Okay, heading inside. Need to start moving a little faster. We're 10 minutes in. Nice cabinets, full height to the ceiling. This is a granite countertop, and then I think this is travertine backsplash. Not a bad look. These cabinets are melamine, so not very solid, but the way they build these tracks and everything, you'd have to be really hard on them to break them. Do like the glass cabinets above. And this is all wood. So all this is wood. This is plywood here, but the faces and everything are all real wood. In the pantry, they put this on here, which is a little busy. So you kind of feel like you're squeezing in here. Like I can't walk straight in because of this, which is not a big deal, but it is a little odd. Plenty of pantry space, and there's still more room for shelving that could go in if you wanted. Looks like this shelf got busted off, so you probably would want to replace this, or they took it off so that you could have more room for stacking stuff. So little coffee station here, which I think is really cool. The sink island, got gas stove, and everything's all properly vented. With these, you want to always run your fan because of the byproduct of the I'm wondering if this was the reason for the water in the plants and stuff growing on the wall like that. Is a little, I don't know. It doesn't seem like the safest move. Okay, so slider door with the transom glass, which is kind of neat. This feels a little low, but when you're dealing with a 9-foot ceiling everywhere, it's anything that's lower than 8 is low. Maybe, well, let's start. We could start back here. We can come back here and take a look, and then I'll head back in. But they did the faux grass. It actually looks really nice. The tile or the pavers are a little funky, a little bit. You know, where they should have been cutting the angles on the full squares, but they didn't. So seems more like a homeowner project there. The above ground pool. But one thing I would say is that there's a lot of visibility back here. So I would probably start planning a arborvitae cypress hedge. That would go a long way to create the privacy. Maple tree. I'm actually not sure what that is, but these both drop their leaves. This one's going to be a stick in the ground before no time, and then now you have house 3 looking right at you. So, but this patio, awesome. You know, I think there's definitely some nice elements here that could be rearranged. With the pool gone, there's a whole section of backyard here that's open. You know, and in Oregon, a pool is not a very commonly used thing. I mean, unless you like the cold, you know. So anyway, tons of windows, a picture window, 2 sliders. They used some other kind of flooring to shoot into the, I think this is the flooring in the den that they shot into the wall there that is not ideal. Kind of runs over. They just kind of installed it above the trim. There's little mishaps here and there. Same with this whole thing where they built the TV up. They did something here too. Same. Oh, they put the floors on the wall and then they painted this. They didn't caulk the holes, but then they ran it up to the trim, and then they kind of just scabbed that on there. So anyway, little things, little tweaks here and there that I think would go a long way here. Dining room isn't very big. It kind of feels a little out of place. If this piece was gone, I think it would feel a little different, maybe a different light fixture. But I'd also say that all these white, high watt or high output, whatever high watt, that are white or blue, I would get rid of them and do more of a warm, this color. And that goes, it makes the place feel a lot different because it's kind of a mix. This is really low, like 2,500 or 3,000. That's like 35, and then boom, white. So, and then that one's 25, and then those go to like 35 or 4,000. That's more like 4,000. So anyway, a lot of little changes that could be made that would go a long way here. Okay, carpet looks nice. More water damage there. Big picture window that they've iced, which is awesome. Oof, more water damage there. Okay, so now this is an 8-foot ceiling here. So more of normal. So bedroom 1, great bedroom, king bed for sure. And this looks out. So the face of the house looks northeast. So we're northeast. So north is over there. South is behind us. So you're gonna, let me think about that. So it's facing southwest. So the mornings here are probably really cool. You get direct sun in the morning. But then it will get a little darker in the evening time. But the way it feels in here right now, it's a good amount of light. It's really not bad. Okay. So bedroom 1, master, primary, great room, coffered ceilings, the contemporary style trim, kind of a modern ceiling fan. A lot of windows. I mean, it's great windows. Now the carpet is really well done, feels really solid, looks good. And they did really nice transitions between the tile and this bath, in the bathroom, and the carpet. Pretty basic cabinetry, very clean. This is probably my biggest area that I see in houses that are not done well, and this is done pretty well. I don't see a lot of rot or damage. The tile was pretty dialed in here, a little bit of caulking, but very clean. The glitter on the wall here might be a little bit of a hassle. Looks like they painted it on, so you could just paint over it if you wanted to get rid of it. Interesting chandelier. Big closet. Half bath. So the fan, and then there's a vent in there. See, so here's the thing. 3,000, 4,500. Why, I don't know, like the light situation here is, it's, and then in here it's you got really low watt, 34,000 maybe, then 3,500 everywhere else. So it's there's an inconsistency in the lighting. You can see here, boom, 35, 45, really white light over there. Linens. Bedroom 3. Oof, kind of a challenging floor plan here. I mean, great as a kid's bedroom for sure. With the crib and diapers, or crib and diaper, whatever, But the attic access is in here. All the trim and everything in here looks great. More water damage there. Yeah, a little bit rough right in here. So there was some kind of a big flood, some kind. I don't see it as much here, but I do see it there. Anyway, standard tub, shower. Would probably do a glass door in here. However, this is really sufficient. But if you use this a lot, I would get rid of the curtain. Matching cabinet, tile, porcelain countertop. But they trim the window out real nice. They see a lot of moisture in here, so somebody's not using the fan as much as they should. Laundry. Now with this plumbing, it's solid, but drain, and the potential for a failed water line or some failed washer, would recommend a pan and a shutoff, like an electric moisture sensing shutoff you can put on these. You just would never want to have this thing blow up while you're gone. You think to shut off the water and then have it leak, and then it destroys your whole house, you know. And so this would be a reason for a lower deductible, because the risk, there's a lot of water stuff in this house on the second level. And then bedroom 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is a great bedroom. Coffered ceilings. It's almost like a second master, but very custom feel in here. Tons of closet. I mean, the way they have it set here with a queen is kind of the way you would do it with how this low window is like this. But tons of floor space here. It's really awesome room. Okay. I think that about covers it. So we're about 7 minutes from Fred Meyer. Movie theater, there's Coastal, is it Coastal or Wilco? Bunch of different stores really close by. And it, you know, there's a bunch of kids and kind of young people out on the street, which is kind of neat. So anyway, that about wraps it up. Hopefully I wasn't breathing in the camera too close, because sometimes I do that when I'm moving around. So hopefully that's, you're not listening to me breathing the whole time. But anyway, we'll get this over soon. Bye for now.